let's see what can happen. Spotted.
Right, we're ready for the start. 5 lights go on, then they go out, and a big jump start there from Lee Johnson there off the 3rd row. So I didn't see the lights, so I can't comment on this, but sort of no one else was moving, so this might be a mistake for the M1 Motorsport rider. He'll have to get his head right now and just keep on with what he's doing, but that's up to them to issue things. There's a lot of dramas going on with that Formula 2 incident, a lot of officials running around, and that's, please folks, just stay away. If it's not anything to do with you, they will call you to have your view on it. And see that, who's that in 3rd place?
That's Damon Rees.
Damon Rees. Oh, of course, yeah, I thought it was Dwayne Bishop. I mean, what's he doing out there? But he's completely changed the livery on his bike this weekend, and wow, that is an impressive looking motorcycle. Black.
Lachlan Epis almost round the back of Richard Cooper coming out. That's how he's gapped him. He gapped him because they were right together and coming out of the hairpin there, and he almost rounds the back of him. He had to button off coming out of the hairpin.
So already a good, healthy lead there, I think, for Richard Cooper with Damon Rees there on the 92 machine there in 2nd place. They go into the Go Media for the first of 8 laps here. They come along the start-finish line. There's a jump start flag out there, a board out there. So I'm going to assume it's for Lee Johnson, only assuming. So I wonder if that person's going to be able to turn that round and show us. I know they're not hearing us down there. We will call it as that, but we're only doing provisional results up there. Remember, folks, all the way along, race results are provisional for up to 30 minutes afterwards, or for 30 minutes afterwards. So right now, Richard Cooper, Damon Rees, this is as we went across the start-finish line. Lachlan Epis, Dan met him. That's good. He was out 7th in the qualifying, the current lap record holder. We saw 4 people go under the old lap record here in practice this morning and qualifying. I reckon the conditions are almost identical. A little bit of a stronger wind down there, and that'll play into their hands down the long front straight and down that centre straight between the hairpin and Higgins, and they'll have a bit of a headwind down that back straight there as they go past the Toyota corner, about 100 metres between 1st and 2nd, 100 between 2nd and 3rd. We go back, there's a bit of a battle going on there for 4th and 5th. So here's their first full flying lap. The lap record is, at the moment, it is held by Formula 1, Dan Menham, 105.066. We have broken the lap record. Richard Cooper already has broken the lap record. Best time, a 104.901. He's got a clean set of road in front of him. His tyres will be getting warmer. He's had it on the tyre warmers, but he'll be getting in the groups of it. And this shows you the class of the international man. That it's all cutthroat at any racing and anywhere in the world, but certainly at the British Superbike Championships, whereas the Superstock 1000, you've got to get on your game very, very, very quickly. Yep, we've got the lap record pointed out by the timing lays. Thank you, girls. We've already got that one, but thank you very much for that indication there. So battling, not too much dicing going on there. We have a change of position between James Hugenbosom and Lee Johnson. Not 100% sure whether his 20-second penalty has been allocated to him, but let's get back on to what's on the track. I think the big battle's on there for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, and 6th and 7th are fighting each other as well as the lead bikes sort of open up with 6 laps to go here at Manfeild. We're going to come across the start-finish stripe. There is a discussion whether we can restart the Formula 2 race. I will bring the official update when we find it out. That's Dan Metten and Alistair Hugenbosom. There's only 0.1 of a second between them, so a new lap record now from Richard Cooper's lap record's gone, a 104.88 seconds, 887 seconds for Demon Damo Rees on the beautiful thing. The big dramas in Wakatani this week with White Highland Fakari having its moment and unfortunately taking a number of lives. We feel for them, and the boys are from Wakatani, the Rees boys are from Wakatani. They are carrying special colours on their bike in a tribute to their local incident there, which taken some people out there. So it's great to see them. It's tough in that town at the moment, tough all around New Zealand. I'm from the Hutt Valley. I worked with someone on Friday and says, how are you going? Says, oh, really tough because we've got 4 people in the National Burns Unit in the Hutt Valley. So hearts out to all those people involved, and especially the locals, and it's great to see the Team Rees acknowledging that. Richard Cooper, Damon Rees, Lockie Epis, they come onto that front straight. That's still sorted there, same as, but maybe go quicker and quicker. In fact, not quicker this time around. What did Demon Damo do? A 104.9, so he settled down a bit. 105.1 for Richard Cooper.
Yep.
I think he's going to close in. In fact, he indeed closes in. There was 0.3 of a second across the start-finish line. I say that's down to about 0.1 of a second. So Demon Damo lining up Richard Cooper. Richard Cooper will be able to hear the bike. About now, he'll be able to hear that bike in behind. And if he's got anything up his sleeve, it's time to act. Jaden Carrick there towards the tail end of the field. Jaden can get stronger than this, and
But you look at Lachlan Epis. He's also in the 104s. He's broken into that. So the top three are the only ones that are actually circulating in the 104 mark. And I think this is Damo must have a bit of an advantage here.
Mitch Reeves, yeah, it's a bit odd to see him on the 62 machine back in 10th. Something's going on there because him and his brother Damon were battling it out in the front last weekend, so we'll hope whatever happens there gets sorted out. But the important thing is now he rides a safe race, and whatever problems he's, whether it's his own problem or whether he's got a bike set up or tyre problems and that, he just needs to concentrate. Very experienced guy both on the dirt and on the road racing scene, and he's a strong headed guy. He needs to put this behind him and certainly keep on circulating. The gap was 0.366 as they go across the start finish line. We've got a new lap record. Lachlan Epis, 104.813. Now, I did talk about Lockie earlier on, saying when he was in New Zealand for the first time, he wasn't even fast enough to get on the grid with the 250 production, so he was put back in the development class. Over the series of that season, he came to Manfeild and not only got in the 250 class, but set a lap record. So thank you for Graham Billington to enlightening me on that. We've almost got to change of position. Damien comes right up. No,
he is.
Oh, he is. Sorry,
yeah.
He is. Yeah, he's got the red leathers. But Richard Cooper takes him back. There. There's a bike length in it, and Cooper's just that little bit stronger down here, opening up to 3 bike lengths. It's down to that big go media corner, the fastest corner on the track, and right on the tail of him is the current lap record. All these guys have set lap records so far in the race here at the 2019 Suzuki International Series for round 2. Lockie Epis pulls up beside Damon Rees and takes him onto the Toyota corner, into the Toyota corner. Oh, Lockie Epis is down. Epis is down there, and he's upright. Lockie Epis lost the front end there, so dramas. Damon Rees would have seen this. Pretty unsettling for a rider in front, but he gets on with it and gets on with the job, and now he's going to reel in Richard Cooper. Sort of Richard wouldn't have seen what's happening. He would have heard the bike and then may have even heard the scrapes, probably not. Dramas aplenty, and
104.782 on that lap for Lachlan Epis before he biffed it down the road.
Yeah, well, so that hands third place now to Alistair Hugenbosom of the Blue Crew Yamaha team. We've got 2 of those guys out there. We've got Jake Lewis, who's in 8th place across the start-finish line, but he would have gone up there into 7th. 7th, we had Scotty Moyer. So let's reel it off as the last lap. Let's delete Lockie Epis. So it was Richard Cooper, Damon Rees, Alistair Hugenbosom, Daniel Medham, Sloane Frost, Scotty Boyer, Jake Lewis, Jaden Carrick, Mitch Rees, David Sharp, James Hugenbosom, and Lee Johnson there.
Last lap.
No Shane Richardson, unfortunately. His head's not in the game at the moment. He says he's not making the right decisions, so no Shane Richardson. So good on you, mate, for stepping aside there. We're on the final lap here, Ian Dawson. We're on the final lap. There's not really enough room there on the track for Damon Rees to peel it in, but in saying that, he closes up substantially on Richard Cooper. It was 0.687 seconds between the two. In fact, Richard Cooper was still in the 4s, but Rees had slipped back into the 5s there.
I think Damo, took the lead there, but Richard passed him back straight away, which is what they say to do, get back in front, and it was just enough to get that little break out of Higgins on that last lap.
Okay, so Lachlan's well out of the way. They've taken the bike out there, so the yellow flag, I think, has gone. It won't matter because we've got the checkered flag out there. No passing under the yellow flag. It is Richard Cooper, the letter C. Where does he sit on the points here? He sits second there. This may well change it there as he takes another checkered flag on the TSS Red Baron Fujitsu GSXR 1000. Damon Rees gets back into the 4s, a 104.6. In fact, that's a new lap record. That's 4 lap records we've seen in the Superbike class, the Formula 1 class here at the Suzuki International Series in just one race. So the Formula 1 lap record has now gone to Damon Rees. So that's about nearly less than half a second, about 0.3 of a second better than Dan Medham's one.
Well, and Richard Cooper, you've got to remember this, that he is a current British Superbike Super Stock champion. He not 5 years ago, he is currently the British Super Stock champion, and he showed it. And he shows, how fast he actually is. And full credit to Damo Rees, because he'll be heading over there to be competing in the Super Stock 1000 championship in Britain, in England next season, 2020. And undoubtedly he'll be coming up against Richard Cooper.